Hey guys, welcome back. We haven't really done much since we last updated you, but we wanted to get this Hannah Berner episode out to you guys because, I love her, I adore her, you love her, you adore, and not only do we love and adore her, she's got a book to promote, all right? It's already a New York #1 seller. We found out that day when we recorded, but more promo is the best promo. So we decided we're going to sit here, Nora and I.
Hey guys, again.
She's got to be here, so
I'm always here.
It's not like it's a fucking surprise. So we decided to do a little sister segment for you guys. I'm here with Nora.
Hey guys, here again.
We got like little segments we're gonna do, and then we'll get right into that episode because I know you got him for it. So up first, we've got pop culture family sayings. What are things we say in our family that is from a movie, family moment, or a time in pop culture? I'll go first. We always quote from Maggie's "Two Guys Cut Him in the Neck" video.
Yeah.
So I recorded my sister when we were younger. Yeah, that sounds crazy out of context, I'm realizing. My little sister Maggie, I used to babysit her all the time, and she was like my little doll. And so I set up a camera one time and I interviewed her, which is pretty full circle. This isn't
crazy.
Maggie, but that's what we're doing here every
is the
day.
New one.
And so I sat her down pretending she was a pop star, and I asked her all kinds of questions, and she had a lot of great answers. Like I said, what do you call your fans? And she said,
Her JoJo's.
I call them JoJo's, and one I call them Strawberry Joe. And so we'll say that if something's like strawberry flavor.
We'll put part of the video in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else did she say? Oh, are you talking about my daughter? Yeah, she looks twins like me.
So anytime that we say that like we're matching, we say that she's twins like me.
There's actually a lot of quotable things from this video.
We say so many things from that video, like in real life, or like our mom, Maggie, and us. That's about it.
Yeah. We do be quoting this, and another one of the things I asked her what her new fragrance was called, and she said, "Oh, it's called Perfect Presto."
Perfect Presto.
So if something's awesome and we get good news, we're like, "That's perfect Presto."
That's my perfect Presto.
And then she ended the video with saying, "I said, oh, and tell me about your parents," and she goes,
I have no mom.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, but I have a dad.
Oh, that's good.
My mom passed away.
Oh my god. That's awful.
And some guys cut her in the neck.
Oh my god.
and then she goes into a frantic dance.
It's really crazy. She was literally like 5 years old, and she was just saying that our mom got cut off, literally, by two guys cutting her in the neck, and that she was dead.
It was the first
Our mom was
time.
fully alive, and we never went through any sort of tribulation.
No.
Ever.
And it was the first time I ever found myself speechless. I was absolutely speechless.
In the video, you're like fully interviewing her the whole time, and then she says two guys cut her in the neck, dead silence, and then Moves Like Jagger starts playing on the TV, and she goes, "Turn this up, it's my song!" And she starts doing cartwheels. It's so crazy. It's the craziest video. We have to post it. It's the craziest video that has ever surfaced our family ever.
I will say this is the sister that claims she's not funny. She is crazy. I mean, it's right there.
She's for sure crazy.
I mean, truth don't lie.
Yeah.
I've got footage of her when she was a kid killing off our mother.
Yeah.
What else do we kind of mention?
Anything from any Christmas movie. So like,
oh, The Grinch.
The Grinch, jury duty, black male, jury duty.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime anyone brings up jury duty ever.
Mm-hmm. You know who just quoted that?
Who?
Trixie.
Oh, yes.
Trixie said that they send out TikToks like it's the jury duty scene.
I love Trixie.
In The Grinch.
I love Trixie so much.
Trixie's performing while we're here, but we're not going to be able to see
I know,
it.
it's so fucked up. Something else from The Grinch we say. Perfectly packaged.
Perfectly packaged.
Perfectly packaged. Perfectly packaged, my dear. Like when anything's like wrapped nice. Whatever. We also quote, "We got Annie."
We got Annie. Oh, when someone gets in trouble, we quote a lot of movies. We
So many
musicals,
movies.
if you will. If somebody gets in trouble, we're like, you had it coming.
When we were little, my mom played Chicago in our car. Our car had like one of those TVs when we were like had it nice for a little bit. But that movie would play all the time, and we were way too young to be watching people murdering their husbands.
It took me till like 5 years ago. I rewatched it, and I was like, oh.
I had no idea what the movie was about when I was little, though.
These women are actually killing their husbands for personal gain.
Yeah.
But it's a feminist movement, really, because these guys, they had it coming.
They had it coming. And I just thought that it was like women in like cool outfits dancing in jail cells.
And then it never like occurred to me that like how could she have gotten pregnant in jail? Yeah, it's crazy stuff.
That was crazy to watch as a little kid.
It's crazy what you look back when you're younger, what you watch, and you're like, oh wow, this has a completely different.
Yeah. One movie that I hated watching. Remember, we had like one of those DVDs that had 3 movies in one, and there were 3 of the worst movies, and I hated all of them.
Oh, it was always those ones that were like on clearance at like the grocery
like
store.
BJ's, yeah. It was
Witches.
I didn't
like that movie.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't like that movie at all because they get so creepy, scary so fast.
Well, here's the thing. Nora was a little pussy, fraidy cat growing up, and she was too afraid to go downstairs by herself. So what she would make my mother do, she would have my mom do happy feet. And that would make that just means my mom would move her feet around as if she was like tap dancing, like the movie Happy Feet, like the penguins.
So that I knew she was at the top of the stairs. Still.
So that she just knew she was there. And you would think you have abandonment issues, but nobody ever left you.
No one knew that I had anxiety until I was like, dude, I literally like have physical reactions that are really bad.
I think it wasn't until you learned personally what it was in school. They're like, oh, shit.
When they were like, yeah, your body can have a physical reaction that it might feel like you have a heart attack. I literally was telling doctors and they were like, yeah, I don't know.
You can also just like be a little scaredy cat, though.
I was such a scaredy cat. We went to the haunted...
It's called Barrett's Haunted Mansion. It's incredible. It's great stuff. Family ran, like the best haunted mansion you could ever come across in all of Massachusetts, really.
Yeah.
And I would go there every year for my birthday because my birthday is around Halloween. And it was a very big deal for me. And one year, I would go with my dad because my mom's a scared little bitch like Nora is. And so I'd go with my dad every year, but my dad had to work overtime one time and he wasn't there to take me. So my mom stepped to the plate. And that was like the coolest thing that she's ever done because it took everything in her to take me in there. But it was like a tradition. And so I would literally go there every year. And then as you get older, you go with your friends. And this was like the last year I could have went because we were getting a little too old for it. It was like literally the last year I could have went. And Nora also went with her friends that year.
I went with my friends. And then in order to get your tickets, you have to go through a mini haunted house. My friends tapped out at the mini haunted house. That literally you have to walk past a clown with a chainsaw. They said, we're not getting fucking tickets. Are you kidding me? So they called their parents to go. And I was like, I'm going in. My sister's still here. I'll just go with her. So I go and meet her.
She lost her fucking mind.
I was like,
I was like 11. Pulling people's hair.
I was 11.
You were so scared. And like that part, I feel bad because you're so scared.
I was horrified.
But the other thing is, you have to wait in line for like...
It was like 2 hours.
2 hours. But the line is like a really fun part of all of this because you're still getting scared while you're in line. But we waited in line for 2 fucking hours. My last year, I could have ever went to this thing. And I got my kid sister with me, so I can't even say the stuff I want to say around her because she was a little narc ass. And we get to the very top, we're about to go in, and she goes, I can't do it, I can't. She threw I think you threw yourself to the ground.
I think I threw myself to the ground.
I think you threw yourself to the ground.
No, you were trying to pull me in, and I pulled weight down so that you wouldn't be able to drag me in.
And so then I was like, can't leave my kid sister out here with all these crazy clowns because she's going to probably run into the woods.
Then you scalped your tickets in the front.
Did I?
Yeah, you go, I'll give you them for $20.
Speaking of scalping, one year, my grandmother, she was like, I'm going to take you guys to opening day, Red Sox game.
That's my favorite story.
New York City. And I'm like, New York? Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox? That's a rivalry. That is going to be incredible. I'm in like... 6th grade, and we went with my cousin and Nora and my grandmother, and we get all the way there, and she goes to the box office to go buy tickets for opening day.
We didn't have tickets for a 4-hour drive to another state to go to a game that we were supposed to go to all day.
And we were just getting in that car and going home. So that was like our whole thing we were doing that day. And so they didn't have any tickets at the box office. So they said, so my grandmother said, oh, I guess we're gonna have to do scalpers. I think she also said, like, I don't really feel like dealing with that. And so I was like, I guess I'll do it.
Peak middle of the Bronx.
I'm running around the Bronx. Sixth grade, maybe, no, younger. 5th grade. 5th grade running around the Bronx going, how much for 3? How much for 4? All right, how about 2 from you and 2 from you? I was trying to barter. And then I would go back to my grandma, I'd be like, they just said 200. She'd be like, oh, that's too much. Go ahead.
She'd be like standing in the corner. She used to wear like this big not a windbreaker, like a those coats that people stack each other in.
Yeah.
What is it
Trench
called?
coat.
A trench coat. She would wear a trench coat and a baseball cap. So she probably was just standing in the corner like this,
Smoking a cigarette.
literally smoking a cig. She was probably like, "Go back and get my next off." Huh?
and I did. And my cousin, who was older than me, was too scared to speak up. And I'm like, all right, listen, this guy said he's giving it to me for 200. How about
was so
150
funny.
and then we got a deal? And my grandma never budged. It was all the tickets were too expensive. And
Yeah,
so
we literally never went. We took the subway to Times Square.
we went to an Irish bar in the middle of Times Square and we watched her drink a Jameson and we went home.
Yeah.
We that was it. I don't even think
We
no,
literally
she
just went
wouldn't. She
home.
wouldn't get lunch.
No, she wouldn't get lunch.
She wouldn't let us get
I think
lunch.
there was tough times. But I don't know why she would go to New York to go to the Red Sox Yankees game.
I don't know, man.
She really was trying to get us to have a very good. It's one of my favorite memories, though. Still,
I know it still rocks.
it's
I
really
mean,
the best. It was so funny, and also her car literally didn't work. It was overheating all the entire ride there.
yeah.
She had like a clunker. It sounded like there was seagulls in her trunk, and when we were driving, it was overheating. It was so funny.
Yeah.
That was the best.
And that all came about around the Easter dinner table. She was like, "You guys want to go see the Red Sox in New York tomorrow?" We're like, "Fuck yeah, we do."
Yep.
And yeah, so that I've still never been into Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
I don't want to
me neither.
go unless it's a Red Sox game, but I will.
I won't go unless it's a Red Sox game.
I'm not gonna wear the hat.
You will never catch me wearing Yankees.
I think I've
Have you
said
worn Yankee stuff?
no, I haven't. I said I think maybe after 5 years.
You can't. Conan O'Brien just said this. You're if you're born in Massachusetts, you have the Red Sox, the Patriots, the Celtics, and the Bruins. You're born with those teams.
No.
He's lived in LA for probably 35 years, he said. He has never switched up.
I got a little screwy last year. All right, I ended up being a fan of any team that would put me on the field. Ugh, sue me, fuck, and that was just for football. You're trying to tell me if the Mets allowed me to throw out a first pitch, God forbid,
I wouldn't wear their outfit.
you have to. When I went and I sat on the court with Whitney Cummings, whatever, for the Knicks game, you can't wear another team's jersey if you go there.
Yeah.
On the court. That's crazy to me.
Oh, if they're given to you, you can't.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what it is. I don't know. I just saw it in the email. I was like, oh, that's interesting. little inside scoop for you guys.
Inside scoop.
We're gonna wrap this segment up, and then we're gonna get you guys to Hannah. I know you got blue ball in you, but real quick, we're gonna do this thing called Sister Fight. Now, we asked you guys, the live studio audience, to see if you can start a sister fight by giving us topics to see if we agree or disagree on these things. And starting off hot, we've got an actor who is liked by everyone but hated by you. Who is it?
Oh, Al Pacino.
What?
Yeah,
The fuck?
I know.
Nah.
Well, no, he played like a diva in Jack and Jill. So I just have that stuck in my head that he's a diva guy, and that he like sucks.
The historically great,
No, I
amazing
know.
film,
No,
Jack and Jill.
He is the best. Al Pacino is one of the best actors, but I think that he's probably a bad guy. Sorry, sue me.
Joaquin Phoenix kind of scares me.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's crazy.
He's got this thing about him.
Damn. Well, is it because he played the Joker?
And he played Johnny Cash. And he plays both those roles.
Yeah, but when
To
I
a
was
T.
younger, I thought he was so hot when he played Johnny Cash.
Oh, wow.
Really? You didn't?
No.
When he was sweating, I thought it was... Really?
That says a lot. What is the best non-traditional silverware? Chopsticks. But that's traditional in other cultures,
A corkscrew.
I guess. A corkscrew?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'll do if I'm in a hotel room and I don't feel like it's too late at night and I don't feel like doing anything? They have these coffee stirrers.
You do
I
that.
do this. They have coffee stirrers, and they usually give you 2 packets of them. And so I use them as like miniature chopsticks to eat my food. That's something I'll do. Okay, if you were a pill, what early 2000s Coke whore would you let swallow you?
Lindsay Lohan.
I mean, yeah, my obvious answer is Lindsay Lohan. She can swallow me all she wants. That's my queen. Yeah, actually, that's mine.
Or Paris
We
Hilton.
are gonna fight because that's my girl. That's
You can't
my obvious.
claim Lindsay Lohan, though.
Okay, she claimed a child off the side of the street.
You can't... Yeah, well, but you can't claim Lindsay Lohan.
All right,
You're not the only person that likes Lindsay Lohan.
you like I love.
Okay.
All right, I guess we are fighting. We're really gonna fight here.
It's kind of fun.
Mountain Lightning or Dr. Thunder?
It's the off-brand versions of Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew. I hate Mountain Dew.
Both of those guys have not been touched. They're at the bottom rack at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And they've got dust all over them. But you've only got you only picked up a couple coins out of the couch after school, and that's all you can get
Yeah.
because you already had too many Arizonas that week.
I have a really good question for you.
Yes,
When you would go to the mall and you would get like, say like you went to the mall and you got like $20 from mom.
I never did.
Okay, well,
Every time I would go to the mall, I had already had a job.
I was gonna ask what would you get at the mall, and did you go straight to the clearance rack every time?
Oh, clearance rack, always, 100%.
My friends would like stay in the front of the store. I was like, they have so much money.
No, you know what I thought? I'm like, they're bad with their money.
Also, yeah, because I got to bring home like 10 things when they brought home like also 10 things because it was, they had their parents' credit
It was
card.
endless. I'm like, oh yeah, nice sweater. You're probably gonna stain it.
Yeah,
I got 10 pairs of underwear from Wet Seal for $2 each.
I was like, I just got a shirt that's kind of already ripped apart. like the ones that were studded, but they're missing like 3, so they put them in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get my first pair of pink yoga pants, I had to call my mom and ask if I could get them. What the fuck kind of house were we running over there? Now they just run rampant over there.
I think I had such bad Catholic guilt that when I went into Victoria's Secret, I wouldn't look.
Jesus Christ, Nora.
I thought that like sex was so bad, and like I was like, why are they showing their whole body? It's like, what the fuck is going on?
Jesus.
Yeah.
He's in you.
I wouldn't look like that. I just would be like uncomfortable.
I thought every guy in there was perverted. But he's really just trying to be a good
They're
husband.
just shopping for their lady.
Yeah, Valentine's Day, you shitting me? It's so funny. It's like every guy's in there on Valentine's Day going,
I'd like to see her in this shit. I don't want to see her wearing a heart on her ass.
yeah, it's actually a present for me.
Yeah. She's going to wear the most uncomfortable lingerie she's ever worn in her life. It's going to be so tight. Ew.
All right.
I didn't like that.
What state best represents a green Kia Soul?
Wisconsin or Oregon.
I was going to go Oregon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Top or bottom bunk?
Top, because when you're in the bottom bunk, it feels like you're being buried alive.
Oh, wow. This is a
It's anxiety.
wonderful sneak peek into your beautiful mind. Jesus Christ.
No, because
I
I'm
feel
scared.
like that's relatable.
I always get scared that it would like come down on you like
Well,
Step Brothers.
I saw Step Brothers too much. I was like, yeah, top bunk.
Yeah.
If you had to put down an animal, who's doing it? I'm not
Whoa.
doing that.
I don't
Nobody's
remember
doing that.
I would never put down.
I think the
Ugh.
doctor. I think the
Doctor. I would
veterinarian.
never. Ugh.
I don't like that question.
I don't
What-
like
what
that.
kind-
I kind of just copied and pasted all of them without looking.
What's wrong with you fucks? The meanest thing you've ever done to each other?
Hmm.
I'd probably go with chasing you with a knife.
You also hit me in the head. Well, you didn't mean to do it. The shovel.
She brings up the shovel thing all the time. I hit her in the head with a shovel, but it wasn't on purpose. She was,
No, meanest thing you've ever done to
oh
me.
God.
Oh my
Well,
God.
I think I already answered.
No.
I think we're all good.
3rd of July party at our uncle's house.
Okay.
I was sleeping on a leather couch. You know how cold you get when you're sleeping on a leather couch? I was probably wearing a bathing suit too, so I was soaking wet on a leather couch, freezing cold in AC. You and your friends come in drunk, and you guys start shoving wet, cold hot dogs into my fucking face while I was asleep.
We're going.
That was so mean. And I was like, stop.
That's the
It
meanest
was so mean. I was
thing.
slapping him on my face, like trying to shove him in my mouth. I was like, I'm trying to fucking sleep, and I'm cold.
That's really funny.
Oh, that was probably the meanest thing that you guys have ever done.
That was like my third
Well, that
time
was you
ever
with your
being drunk.
friends. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, what do we put hot dogs in
We
my
put
sister's
hot dogs on
face?
my beautiful little sleeping sisters. Whatever. Meanest thing I've ever done to you. It was an accident. One time we were fighting, and I had your iPod Touch in my hand, and I slapped it down on the coffee table, and it shattered.
First thing I ever bought for myself in my whole life.
It shattered so bad.
I saved up for months to buy this thing, and she just shattered it. And what I didn't know was you can use an iPod Touch with a broken screen. I thought it was just done. I thought you weren't allowed to touch it. And so my dad tried fixing it, and he bought a DIY fix-it pouch,
Oh,
and he watched a
fucked it.
YouTube video, and he glued all the buttons together. And so then it wasn't working at all. And then I see a girl on the bus, and her iPod Touch is broken, and she's just scrolling on it. I'm like, are you shitting me?
Yeah.
You can just use this thing? Oh,
we had to do confessional for my first communion. I told the priest that I shattered my sister's iPod Touch.
He's like, oh wow, you're a nun.
Yeah, that was like the worst thing I could ever do. Yet we were watching.
I was
girls
making her watch two girls kissing on YouTube. It's whatever. We go to a certain friend's house, and she really wanted to put it on the computer, and
I would just sit there and have to watch it with you guys.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're the kid sister who tags along. You get introduced to things way too soon. That's why I was always like, can I get one day to myself, please? I'm trying to go through puberty right now, and me and my friends are trying to figure out what's happening.
I had no idea what was going on.
It's too much, and they're like, no, you bring your sister. You be a good sister. My God, what if I told you we'd end up working together somewhere down the line? Maybe can I go watch some porn at my friend's house?
Thanks for bringing me along.
Yeah, of course. Older siblings have it worse growing up. That is true.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't do anything that would get me in trouble.
Who would win in the Hunger Games, Grace or Nora?
Me, I'd be sneaky.
Sneaky?
I'd be sneaky.
Like stealthy?
Yeah.
My rage would get to me, I think.
Yeah. You'd like run out and be like, ah!
I'm not good under pressure. Unless it's for my craft. Anything else, I would panic like a crazy person. And then once I'm panicking, I'm so mad that I'm not able to complete that thing that I combust and I get crazy. So yeah, I'd probably explode.
I feel like you'd be like, we're all gonna die anyways.
No, I wouldn't have that attitude.
You wouldn't?
I would really try to survive. I would not win.
I also read the book.
So you've got the cheat sheet.
I was like, fuck, I want to do that.
Who carried Dairy Twist in its prime? This is the ice cream shop we worked at every summer.
You did for sure when I worked there.
Yeah, and then I think I passed on the torch, and I think you ran that like the Navy.
Yeah,
yeah.
We both ran it like the Navy.
It was like such a fun job.
It was so fun.
Shut up, Michael.
Shut up, Michael.
It doesn't count as stealing clothes if your sister doesn't notice.
I would always tell you if I was taking your clothes.
I also
sometimes.
agree.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be mad until I notice. I'm not going to be mad unless I was literally planning to wear that.
Yeah.
Other than that, free reign.
Today, I was wearing the hat that you were going to wear today, like while I was getting ready. And then I went into your bathroom to like grab a piece of makeup or something. And I saw that you took the piece of the paper out of the hat. So I was like, oh, she's wearing the hat. I can't wear the hat.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, whatever.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
No problem.
Does your mom have a favorite child? Yes.
Did you see that Mom commented that?
Oh, she did?
It says, does your mom have a favorite child?
Wait, Mom sent that in?
Yeah. Our mom
That's
put
so
that
funny.
in. And she goes, does your mom have a favorite kid? She wanted to see us fight.
That's like the Hunger Games in itself. What the fuck, Ma?
You know, it's me.
So how do you feel about hot dogs at Fenway Park?
Love them.
You do?
Actually, no.
Because they switched them out.
We had this discussion. Fenway Frank's Snap Dogs.
The Snap Dogs.
Snap Dogs are the good dogs.
From Cayenne. In the blue
beef,
box.
But the beef ones, like, they're okay.
They're all right. Like, it's all right.
Sausage.
Outside, yeah.
Yeah.
Peppers and onions.
Sausage guy.
And then go to the doctor or see how it goes on its own.
I don't like going to the doctor.
Okay.
So I'd so much rather see how it goes than. But like I've been raw dogging anxiety.
Yeah, you gotta go to the doctor.
Like so bad.
You gotta get some muscle.
And I'm the first one to say you have to go to a therapist.
Yeah, she's been telling me that a lot lately. And when you're kind of going through the motions of however you're feeling, and someone says you should probably go see a therapist, I kind of will just add an extra factor. Maybe wait till after it's over.
I try.
You tried. You're just being good.
You said you would.
I know, and I will. Thank you so much for making us fight. Let's get into this episode with Hannah Berner.
Coming at you live from a shady Manhattan studio, it's Disgraceful, featuring your gracious ginger host.
Hey, watch yourself. Only I can say that.
Okay, boss, whatever you say. You pay my bills. Give it up for Grace O'Malley.
I can't take you seriously with cards. You're so powerful with your cards. I feel like you're about to read my ass to filth.
I'm gonna try to read.
You're like, your uncle said this about you. You were fucking annoying in kindergarten. Why did you do this?
Why do you, when you say uncle, I think of something terrible happening? Everyone's got that one creepy uncle. Right, guys? Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best. All right. Whoa. Welcome back to Disgraceful, where we don't know what the hell this show is. And I am here with a good pal of mine, a giggle fest, if you will, author, a comedian, podcast host of many, many of them. Give it up for Hannah Berner.
The many things of them.
She's doing a lot of podcasts.
Things are being done, yes. Yeah. No, thank you for having me on. I love this official setup.
Yeah.
It's very powerful.
Thank you so much. I'm scared.
Yes.
I'm not in the hot seat, but I don't want you to feel like you are. And I don't know who I turn into once the cameras start rolling, because we were just having fun, weren't
yes.
we?
we were actually, we were murdering,
We
me
were
and you.
cracking
And the
up.
second the camera goes on, you're like, what's happening?
What do you think of yesteryear?
You start using words you've never used before.
I don't even know the definition. I haven't said that in a fortnight.
You go full 1600s.
Hot in here? Go C's. Anywho, so great to have you.
You're like an old baseball announcer. Like, hear ye. Actually, I don't know what an old baseball announcer sounds like.
Shane Gillis has a great bit about
I was like,
the
what did he
baseball
say?
announcer. It's like white people were
About
wicked
Jackie
cool with their
Robinson.
crazy. Yeah. We're speaking in
God.
fragments. Enjoy the show.
Why do you have 400 cards?
Because I'm a huge fan, and
We're
I want to make
hitting-
sure.
We're hitting every element of your life.
I hope you have time, because we usually do. You know how Rogan does 3?
Yeah.
We do 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, because you have to work twice as hard as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do.
It's-
I was recently talking about how I hate how people will say like women talk a lot. Like I feel like that's a stereotype sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm
that
like, I've
women yap.
never done a pod longer than an hour 30. After an hour 30, I have nothing left to give.
That's true.
Why do people say women talk so much? Like, have you watched ESPN before?
That is so true.
Have you seen, what's the show with the blonde guy? He just talks for like 5 hours. Pat McAfee
McAfee.
talks for 8 hours
About what?
and doesn't even ask anyone a question.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Does he have guests on?
I think so, but he doesn't talk to them.
Does he ever talk about tennis?
No.
That's really freaky.
Not even pickleball. Doesn't even bring up. Wait, so are you playing tennis? What's going on?
Can't say I am.
No.
But have you gotten back on the court?
I am getting back on the court.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very into tennis right now.
Yeah.
And if
It's just the season, correct?
kind of,
Or is it always tennis season?
it's always tennis season in my house.
Rock on.
Yeah. But between me and you,
Yes.
we have a similarity
Mm-hmm.
of weaknesses.
Oh, yes. We can't drive.
We can't drive.
We cannot drive.
We can't drive a conversation.
We can't drive sales. We can't go for a joyride on a nice summer's eve.
Like our lives are out of fucking control.
It really is nuts. And I asked you if you wanted to or you I think you came with the idea first.
I love our friendship because we like throwing ideas at each other.
Oh yeah.
We're
And then we don't talk for 3 months.
Then we don't talk for 3 months.
It's
And then we're
great.
like, we need to start a YouTube channel of us trying to get our driving. I don't even know what it is, our license.
Yeah. H&G go for L.
Yeah.
The license.
The license. And they take an L when they do it.
Yeah.
I do think that we are low on carbon emissions and people don't talk about that enough.
Yeah.
Like we're really good for the environment because we don't drive.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But you fly in private, so that's not really helping things, is it? I don't drive, but I fly private. Just go with it, please.
Oh my god, I'm fully Taylor Swift. Yeah. No, but like I'm be honest, I don't always recycle. Damn it, I'm gonna get canceled.
No, it's all good.
Like, because sometimes, I don't know, I live in an apartment complex. It's hard to get to where the recycling is, and every now and then,
I'm not doing it. I'm not even like
they're trying to
making
compost.
the effort.
They're trying to
Really,
compost. I'm fighting for women's rights. I don't have time to compost.
That's fucking ridiculous because New York already smells like shit.
I know.
And then in the summertime, we're gonna.
You know what compost is? My hot garbage outside melting.
Yeah,
I've been composting.
yeah. Have fun with that. Go fucking nuts. You have cats too, right?
Yeah.
And so does litter go into the compost?
That's a great question. I'm going to talk to New York City Department of Composting and I'll get back to you.
I think you could do an ad with them.
Wait, imagine I'm going to Coachella with New York Composting.
Dude, I saw some ads are getting so crazy that I saw some kid, a hilarious kid, his name's Benton. He said, just went to Midtown RMV, super easy, amazing, #RMV partner.
What is RMV?
the place we need to go get our license. Oh, yes. Or registry motor vehicles or Department of Motor Vehicles.
I don't want to extort anyone, and I don't want to like not get my license the right way.
I'm not
But
gonna
if
lie.
anyone wants to give us a lesson, and look, if you want a blow job, a box job, whatever you need, Grace and I will do anything to get our license.
And I'll enjoy it. It's been a while for me.
True.
Yeah.
How long?
Too long. I'm coming up on a year, baby.
Year of what?
Angst. I haven't got my willy off in a while.
Wait, so after your stand-up shows, do you check your DMs?
So that's my joke, is that I have an all-female audience.
Yes.
And it's a slumber party. It's awesome. It's great vibes.
Yes.
Much like yourself,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
But when I have male openers that get to pick from the sea full of pussy and go home with just about anybody, I don't have that option. So when I have the boyfriends in the crowd, I address them at the beginning of the show, and I'm like, boys, if you like this, please tell your other boys. Tell them I know Rogan or some shit. Make something up. And you could give me an alley-oop somewhere down the line.
Smells like. It's funny because when I have male openers, they get pumped up like they're gonna. Because my crowd, I'm a little biased, but like they're very good-looking girls.
Oh my
you
God,
know?
these girls are
They're
sexy,
so
smoking hot.
They're so hot. I don't know why hot girls think we're funny, but like it makes my ego really big. But some of these guys will like want to hook up with girls after the show, but they're just like, "Where's Hannah?" And they're like, "Oh, she's in the green room." And they're like, "Can we talk to Hannah?" And they're like, "No, but I'm here." And they're like, "We don't want to talk to you. We want to talk to Hannah." And I'm like, "Sorry, they're decentering men."
I wonder if they'd say like, yeah, I'll fuck you, but Hannah has to sit in the cuck chair.
Some guys
Go
will message me. They'll be like, "I was talking to this girl. I thought she liked me, but she was really just trying to like get information on me meeting you for like 2 days." And I'm like, "What? Look, whatever works."
Damn. Yeah. I like getting my boys laid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like giving them that. All my dogs eat, but I'm starving. You know what I mean?
Why did I just envision you? It's like a Britney Spears lucky video. Like, she's a lucky, she's a star, but everyone else is getting pussy.
Gets fucked and she cries.
Why am I alone at night? But my openers are getting pussy. No, but
do I
you know
be
what?
gay?
That's good karma.
Yeah.
That's good karma. You want the people around you to be happy, and even if you're not happy, that's okay because it's not about you.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, your husband's Irish.
Yes.
And I had one of my buddies, he's Irish, and he said the women are just so forward. Like American women.
American women,
Has
yeah.
Des ever said anything like that?
Well, he's definitely said, Irish, a lot of them are Irish Catholic.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, growing up, there was a lot of shame around sex.
What do you mean, damn? You're talking to him. I am shameful to default.
No, there's
It's my default setting.
internalized shame, this
yeah.
fear, and that's just been, like, in your brain since the beginning. So it's not your fault. But I love how
Can you
you're
say
like,
that one more time?
it's not your fault.
Okay.
It's not your fault. Nikki Glazer has like a good bit where she talks about how male comics get so much pussy because it's like hot to see a guy like commanding a room and like controlling everyone's laughter and stuff. But then when a girl does it, it's like, okay, you don't need to take up that much space.
Yeah.
Calm down.
I thought that would be hot too.
No, it is hot for sure. But I think some guys are like, maybe they get competitive, like, oh, she thinks she could like make fun of me or that kind of thing. I think you should fuck some athletes on the road.
Athletes.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
you go into the city, you slide in some, this is me living vicariously through you because I'm
Yeah.
bored and married. You got to slide into some of these big ass linebackers.
You're gonna help me get some tail?
I think you need a Green Bay Packer defenseman.
Yeah.
That's what I see for you. I want a big guy to pick you up, make you feel like a little feather.
Ooh, I've never
Right,
felt
I
like
want
a
you to
feather.
feel dainty as fuck.
I want to be a dainty little princess.
Look, will the guys have CTE? Yes. Are their
That's what I'm
brains-
looking for.
Yes. Their brains are mashed potatoes.
I want equal playing field, and I'm a little bit smarter. And the only way to do that is with CTE.
It's hard to text them because they can't spell, but you decipher what they're trying to say. You get their address.
I get the gist.
Yes, and then they're not going to bother you because like they're busy. You're both traveling.
And then my other thought, I said this the other night, UFC fighter, because they also have CTE, and I could hit back every once in a while. I know they're known to domestic violence every once in a while.
You mean when they smack you around a little?
Yeah, maybe I'd like it.
Look, it depends what you're into.
Yeah. I don't know yet. We'll find out. What's your kink? That's on the cards, right?
Wait, it's so funny you asked about my kink because like I want to be so fun and I'm so boring in the bedroom.
No.
if I accidentally get scratched or something, I'm like, ow.
That's fucked
Ow.
up. There's something fucking wrong
Like if
with
he like sits on my hair accident, I'm like, ow. If he says anything disrespectful to me, I'm like, did I say something to make you mad at me earlier today? Like, do you not respect me? But then like I joke about like in a workout class, I want to be ripped to shreds. I want to be so disrespected. Like I want them to be like, you pussy ass bitch, you weak piece of shit, you don't deserve anything in life. And then I'm like, I'll do another burpee.
Yeah, okay,
But in
so
bed,
that
I'm
you
like,
like that
yeah.
in a workout class.
Yes.
Because I started
Two
TikTok
types of people.
recently, and this girl was screaming at everyone, basically calling them a bunch of fatties. And I was like, yo, I would fucking bawl my eyes out in this class. And then at the end, she's like, that is a day as a Pilates instructor. I'm like, you were doing Pilates that whole time?
You know, she was a dominatrix.
Yeah, she's like,
I love she leaves the class and she's like, now everyone have a wonderful week and know that you're important too.
go get a smoothie.
Let's be grateful. And I'm like, you just told me that my parents are disappointed in me.
It's so fucked. It's
But
so
yeah, I
wild.
don't, in the bedroom, I feel very vulnerable. And I really want to, like, I don't want to be called a slut. I don't want to be called like a baby girl. I don't want to be, I'm Hannah.
Slut and baby girl, those are two polars. You just want to be Hannah.
I just want to be Hannah. I want to be
Yes.
seen for me. But I'm also like,
What about last name? Let's get it, Berner.
I don't want to stereotype you, but I feel like you would understand this. In college, I somehow got a nickname with the hockey players as Burn Dog.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that was something that didn't leave me for years. Like at first it was a joke, and then it became like, I'm at the club, I'm wearing my cute dress, and someone's like, Burn Dog!
So you're talking to someone who strictly goes by last name.
We both give last name energy, but I'm be honest, it feels fucking good too.
It does, except for like I have noticed guys are like kind of flirting at a bar and they're like, yo, O'Malley? I'm like, I don't know how, I mean like, what's up, my boy? Or like, yeah, I'd love
Yeah,
a
do
cocktail.
you think a guy can fuck you if he calls you by your last name?
I don't know. I'm happy to fulfill any fantasy.
We
God, it's been a while. 11 months.
But also, you're fucking busy.
Yeah, you know, I'm fucking busy,
Like-
but I'm not fucking, man.
I don't know about you. After a show, I'm fucking tired. I have nothing left to say. I've put my heart and soul out there on the field. I'm trying to go home.
Yeah,
You know?
not.
So you're out and about.
So I've started doing this thing where I think I'm only gonna have people who drink open for me from here on out, because nothing's worse than I'm like, yo, what do you want to do after this? They're like, I'm exhausted. I'm like, what do you mean?
There has
We
to
have
be.
to drink.
We have to do a vlog of like a weekend with Grace and a weekend with Hannah. It is so fucking opposite
That is
we
true.
have some like Caroline
Yeah.
comes on the road, both of us, and she was dying
Oh yeah,
laughing.
she has shared custody.
We've shared custody.
She likes going to mom's house better.
I am so mom's house.
This is Caroline Banowitz, by
dad
the way.
on a bender. Your dad on a bender who stopped going to his therapist.
Dad's house this weekend in
go,
fucking
"Dad-
Albuquerque.
Dad doesn't even have dinner. We just have like snacks.
He's always trying to have my first beer with him. I'm like, Dad, I'm not even there yet.
There's no clean clothes. No, when we go into my green room, there has to be a candle lid. I want silence. I want everyone to be quiet.
A seance?
A seance, if you will. I put on some spa music. I go, fine, everyone shut the fuck up. We're relaxing. And then when I'm on stage, I tell the car to be ready. I said, the second I get off stage, there's quesadillas. We're going to pick up quesadillas, take it in the car. Then we're going to our rooms. Text me if you need anything.
Wow.
I love you. And it's been a beautiful time.
Wow.
And we're getting 10 hours of sleep if we can.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, I'll send brunch to your room if you need. And that's pretty much it. I'm Italian. That's how I show love.
Oh, you show love through
I want
food,
my girls
yeah.
to be fed and to be well slept and well kept.
Things are a little different on my a
I
little
feel like to get
weekend with
into your green room,
Gracie.
you're like, what's the password? Like, Grace, I'm just trying to work, and she's like, do some cocaine now.
So to give you a little taste of mine, day before they're like, do I have a flight? I'm like, oh, I gotta get that. Sorry about that. And then I get the flight the day before. We meet willy-nilly. I'm like, oh, I'll meet you in the lobby 10 minutes before it's time to leave. Get to the venue 30 minutes before. Do you guys want anything? Beers, please. Keep them coming. You want anything to drink? No? Oh, okay. You're not coming back.
Shot. And they have a keg. They're like, why is there a keg in the small
Not a bad
green room?
idea. That's on my right.
Wait, you're fully like in a sorority hazing.
Yeah. And then you say we're gonna get some sleep. I say no sleep until the flight. What are you, a pussy?
Sorry, shout out. I do have to say though,
Yeah.
what I've learned from your openers, who I love a lot of them. You treat them very well.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something terrible. I'm like, fuck.
I was gonna say, did you know Grace O'Malley will smack you in the face if you don't get laughs the entire time?
If you don't use the jokes I wrote for you.
You actually can you do these? It's just
That's
Grace
why I have all
O'Malley.
these cards. I wanted you to say a couple.
No, but
shit.
part of the road is the hang.
Yeah.
And the vibes have to be right. And I like that you're curating a vibe that works for you. Because sometimes on the road, like when you first start, they just give you openers and it's like two random guys from Ohio who are asking you what New York is like.
It's exactly
And it's
it.
a very small room. So you have to like obviously take a nervous poop before the show. And you're just in the bathroom hoping the two men right outside the door aren't listening to every push.
You're not at the point where you can just say, I'm gonna go take a shit.
I do, but like it's not. I don't want to have to do that in my own room.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like I don't want them to even be there.
Yeah.
So now I have like the girls. And then with the girls, I bring them in the bathroom with me. We hold hands.
Yeah, and it's a
And we
beautiful
poop together.
seance once
Yeah,
again.
seance. Poop seance. I want to make sure that she's pooped beforehand, fed,
Pooped, wiped, and clean.
hydrated. You know what I have all in my green room? White Gatorade. That's my shit.
That's a little
I'm hydrating
psycho.
like an athlete.
Yeah, you are an athlete.
I act like it's a marathon.
Is the worm, which I tried to do when you first came in,
Yes.
kudos to you, you've got it going on. That's impossible to do for someone like me. But the worm, is that strictly for the podcast or is that also for stand-up as well?
Great question.
Thank you.
I haven't thought about the worm rules, but I'm teetering on Bert Kreischer, where it's become like whenever I go on stage, people are like, do the worm or go the fuck home. Why do you think we're here? Do the fucking worm. And
Like, yeah, she was funny, but
wait,
she fucked us on the worm.
this is, I know, be like 1 star. Yeah, the jokes were good, but no worm in a whole hour. It's like, show us your tit. Now everyone's just like, do the worm. But it's actually full circle. Shout out Alex Cooper. I'd been doing the worm since my college days, you know?
Course,
like you
know.
show
I mean,
up.
that's well practiced and well rehearsed.
Which she is a well-oiled machine. You know when you're in college and like a circle forms,
Yeah.
and I don't care how drunk you are, you always sober up like, oh fuck, like if I get in the middle of this circle, I need to bring it.
Yeah.
And suddenly like the room is spinning. You're like, well, how do I make sure that I don't embarrass myself once I get to the middle? And granted, a lot of you were like, why do you have to dance in the middle?
No. She's a performer.
I'm an
this
artist.
is something I knew when she started this conversation. I knew it. You should know it too. This is a well-oiled machine
I'm a Leo
performer.
sun,
She was
okay?
born like this.
If I'm gonna be at someone's party, I have to bring like the heat, you know?
Yeah.
So I started, I don't know, I think I was just like kind of athletic. Like I don't really do it right,
No,
but like I pull it off.
Stop with this
I pull
kind
it
of
off.
athletic. You're an athlete first, comedian second,
Look, I'm a humble queen.
book writer third. Is there a ghostwriter or is this you?
This is us.
No shit.
There's like a typo on page 52. It's us.
That's awesome.
Can't sleep tonight because of it.
That was Paige.
That was my page. It was actually my section because we had Hannah's section. Damn it! But yeah, the worm I would do, and it would be like when the floor is just full of beer and you're just sticking to the floor. You get up and you have a fucking condom like hanging off your armpit.
Hell
That was
yeah.
the days. So fast forward,
That's a Tuesday.
That was a Tuesday. Alex Cooper is like, I want you to be my first live guest for my first live show
No shit.
in Boston. So clearly someone said no. Okay. Someone was unavailable.
Oh shit.
So I get the call and I said, Alex, baby, I've been waiting for this moment to I can't wait. And then right before I go on stage, like I'm a surprise guest and I start panicking. I'm
Yeah.
like, people are going to think it's Miley Cyrus, you know, people are gonna think it's like someone fucking huge, and they're gonna hear it's me and be a little disappointed.
I don't like this talk, but proceed. This is your
This
story.
is my own inner monologue.
That's fair. I'll allow it.
Okay, thank you. So I go, you know what? If they're disappointed, the least I could do is do the worm when she announces me. So it was out of my own insecurities. Alex Cooper's like, and now special guest Hannah Berner. The crowd went mid, and then I go up, start doing the worm. 5,000 Boston girls start losing their mind.
You gotta be fucking shitting me, dude!
Bro, let's go Red Sox!
And that's how we all sound. It's just like a dude voice.
Boston girls love chanting.
Oh
they start
my God.
chanting
Any
something.
opportunity. We've talked about
They'll
this.
chant anything.
Yeah.
I love it. So they're chanting. Everyone's freaking out. It was so loud that Alex and I couldn't hear each other during the
awesome.
interview, but like the vibes were amazing. And then I got a Netflix special, and that was another. Thank you, bro. Manifest that for your shit. So I'm saying I'm feeling insecure again. The voices are coming in. I'm like, Netflix special. Like I have to do more than just show up and tell my jokes.
Yeah.
So I told people, I'm like, I'm gonna start it with the worm.
Hell yeah.
And they were like, I don't know if that's like a good idea.
Never trust anyone's opinion but your creative self. The artist way.
Yes.
Have you done the artist way?
No.
All right. I've read the first page. I've read the first page and I
about to say,
signed it.
have you?
I've signed it and I've seen the first page. I'm
Well,
thinking about doing it.
Dochi loves
Dochi
the
did it.
artist
Well,
way.
I mean,
This is the problem. It requires you to read something longer than a minute.
Yeah, and
Which-
you have to take a social media break for a week.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, on one of the weeks.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
I can't be
can't
doing that.
do
Maybe
that.
I'll skip the artist's
But
way on.
you know what
page 4.
this is from watching Beyonce's documentary about Coachella. Basically comparing us to Beyonce.
Of course.
As someone would.
Don't put me in that. you ever get attacked by the beehive? No, thank you.
Beyonce is that girl, and creatively she crushes it every time. And you see how she's so involved creatively, and it makes you realize, like, once you start getting things, you can't just then give it to other people to create for you. Like, she's still in the room telling them what she wants.
Yeah.
So like, as you start creating bigger things, you have to do what you did to get you there.
Absolutely.
So obviously this is much smaller scale, but I was like,
No,
I'm doing
this
the worm.
this is
I'm doing the worm. Actually, the first worm, I am wearing a corset. So and they go, "Are you good? Do you want to practice in the outfit?" I'm like, I can fucking do a worm in a corset, okay? The first worm, I immediately realized my top's gonna fall off.
Oh
so
my
I just
God,
start
dinner and a
flopping
show.
around. I start flopping. Imagine starting your Netflix special with a tit out and being like, let's just continue going.
women in comedy.
And the crowd, the girls are like, okay, this is unnecessary. We didn't need that.
Like, yeah, and if there was a male audience, they'd be like, yeah, she popped a titty. It was awesome. 5 stars.
So I fucked up my first worm, and I was like, second show, I'll do it right. And they were like, are you sure this is a bad idea? But the worm worked.
Oh, yeah, it did.
And then Fallon was like, do you want to do the worm? And I was like, I can't wait for you guys to ask. So now I literally am like, I'll be on stage and so one girl starts the chant.
Yeah.
Do the worm.
Do the worm, baby.
And I'm so easily influenced. Like, I'm not
you can't. When people are chanting for something, you can't let them down.
They could be like, murder that child.
And sorry, Chucky, you done so. Oh, you done. You had a good 8-year run.
Literally, it takes one hot girl tell me to do something, and I'm like, yes, whatever.
Yeah,
you
I mean,
need.
I don't want to upset anybody. I'm a people pleaser to the fucking day I die.
No, we're the same. So
It's
then
like-
I was doing all these shows, like I'm wearing a full dress. I've worn dresses that I should not do the worm in, and I will just do it. And then, my knees started to hurt, my lower back got a little. You're flying, you're doing the worm.
It's a
all these-
mental thing, you know?
It's all mental.
It's all mental.
I just have to get
You're
a
aging
little steroid,
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get. Oh yeah, you gotta get yourself on
Get a little
steroids.
HGH.
Yeah.
So that's my career. It's
What
very
is
physical.
that?
Human growth
You've gone
hormone.
Hollywood, Hannah.
Human growth hormone. Ask Whitney about it. No, I'm just kidding. She probably puts it in her horses.
And then takes it back.
Well, Whitney uses the blood of horses for her skin. Have
Yeah,
you
she's
heard?
talked about this. Yeah,
she looks amazing.
Yeah, she's aging backwards. And
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
Stunning.
You know, she had another kid, but she had to eat it.
For her career.
I mean, have you seen the house? I would too. Oh shit! I'm scared to keep.
No, keep it in. Whitney's house is a drug rehab center for celebrities.
It is. A lot of
so
people. It's
peaceful.
like a lot of people stay there too. like every once in a while.
Yeah, you open a random door and you're like, and she just
What the hell are you doing here, Chris?
You're like, Usher? Anyway, yeah, so I can teach you the worm after this.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I really tried. I tried my best.
But just as you
But that's
know,
your thing, you know?
I do have to say though, just be careful of what you do on stage because it can become a shtick.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if Bert likes taking his shirt off.
Oh, come on.
I think he does.
He eats it up.
Yeah.
There's a video. When I first met him, I was in the Super Bowl. I got like a badge to like go to the Super Bowl conference thing, and so I'm walking around. I'm like, I can't even like make content here. I don't know who anyone is. Like, I don't know athletes. And then I saw Bert, and I was like, I gotta shake your hand. It was like my first time I ever saw him, and he goes, "Oh, you want this?" And he just took his shirt off. I'm like, no, but thank you. It's a video
You just
of it.
poke
It's
his
just
belly
like,
button. Thank
like,
you.
Bing bong.
I just envisioned him like doing small club rooms, just taking off his shirt.
Just slowly, because at that point he doesn't get the thunder he wants.
He starts getting one of those like, you know, those practice pants that you could just like rip off.
That could be a fun one.
That's fucking fun.
I want to see you doing that at a Knicks game.
Then I get tackled by security.
So you move.
Oh my god, thank you.
I think that would be great.
Thank you. I would love that.
You should try that with the worm.
Yeah, I mean,
But you're trying to ease out the worm.
I don't know. I don't know because I love it
Yeah.
and I'm thankful and grateful for the worm.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be.
I also think it's fun for girls on stage to do whatever they want. Because let's be honest, we're doing one-woman shows.
That's what it is.
This shit is complex.
Yeah, it's not so simple, babes.
We're physical comedians.
Are we?
Yes.
Okay. We are.
We are. We are. I've seen you on stage.
As it turns out.
You get physical.
I do kind of. I got the people going. That's one thing I do. I go left side, right side, middle, and I go, let's go to start the show.
It is. There's some part of it when you're dealing like with a really drunk show, which I know you have.
Oh, all the
you
time.
become like a DJ babysitter in a way where you're like teaching them like I'm gonna say a joke, you're gonna laugh,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna get excited, and then we're gonna get quiet again. Listen time. We're gonna play a quiet game, and then we're gonna laugh again. And then it's someone's birthday, and I go, I'm excited it's your birthday. I'm gonna need you to wait 1 second. We'll celebrate your birthday in a second. Thank you. Then someone's calling. You just gotta navigate the girls.
Yeah.
And
they get a little,
they're so happy and excited though.
they're jazzed.
I've lost control of the crowd before.
Yeah, but
At that point, I go, "This is your show."
Yeah.
I said, "Take it." Sometimes the girls really make me laugh.
Yeah.
They're just yelling out. Who knows what they're saying? But it's not heckling. I always say it's like positive heckling.
Positive heckling, yeah.
I'm
and
like, it's like a drunk Quaker meeting. I'm like, if someone needs to express themselves, express it. Who am I to stop you?
Yeah, I mean, thank you.
I'm getting paid regardless.
I know. Like, let's just have some fun here, baby.
Some girls will like stand up.
Do you have signs?
Signs that say like,
Do people bring signs?
"Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there'll be a sign." But sometimes the crowd's really dark and I can't see it.
Oh, and they work so hard for nothing.
And they work so hard for women of the arts tried really hard.
And that's what it is, art though. It's repetition. So keep buying tickets, keep making signs, and then maybe one day she'll see them.
Wait, now I feel like you need to do the worm on stage once.
Bro, ain't nobody needs to see Gracie doing the worm ski. Don't think.
What's your move when you're in a dance circle?
I mean, I'd probably do like the hand to the head, but grab the other leg and go,
You could pull
I
a
could do that
muscle
for
like
3
that. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that works.
Yeah.
You get a good reaction out of it.
Or hey! I'll never do that. I don't know why. I don't know why I pretended I ever would.
Are you good at chugging?
Yeah, so that's what I was doing
I was
as
gonna
my
say.
little pre-show. That was my worm.
Yeah.
And then I had to reel it in because like you can't chug a beer and then do show. You burp the whole time. It's not that I'm drunk. I'm a tank.
Once I got asked to do a fireball shot, and I'm a pussy, by the way.
Yeah,
like,
no, I
I'm
know.
not good at drink. Thank you.
Remember one of the first times I took advantage of having your phone number? I just called you at like 3 a.m. I was like, "Hey Hannah, we're all wondering, do you drink?" She was like, no, are you all right?
1 a.m. I was like peacefully in my hotel room. Get a FaceTime from Grace O'Malley. I think she's in jail. I think no one is picking up. And she's like, Hannah Berner might be able to save me. I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, do you drink?
Dude,
I'm like, are you kidnapped? Do you need help? Do you drink?
We had met each other on the street and we exchanged numbers.
I said, anything you need.
And that was so sweet. And yeah, I actually, thinking back to it and don't say anything. Hannah was so sweet for that because she didn't have to do that. I saw her on the street and I was like, dude, we've met before, right? And she's like, not yet. And I was like, what's your number?
No, I want to be your friend.
Dude, that's
I told
huge.
you remind me of my best friend from college named Becca on the tennis team. Shout out Becca.
Shout out Becca.
But Becca.
Oh, do you want to do this? We have a shout out portion sometimes?
Yes.
You want to just hit it with a bunch of shout outs?
Shout out Becca from Arkansas. Lil Rock represent. Shout out obviously to my moms.
Yeah, for
shout out my husband, but like he's not. It's off brand. I don't really. That's not really my thing.
Shout out Des.
Shout out Ireland. Shout out to the whole country, Ireland. Shout out to the tariffs.
Did you read the prerequisite? We don't do politics. Because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Shout out to the tariffs. No, but Becca could like unhinge her jaw and could chug a beer like just the way you just pour a beer, that it would just go down her throat.
Oh.
So our party trick, because we're competitive, is
Of
we'd
course.
find like the biggest frat dude at the party and I'd be like, I bet you and my friend can chug beer faster than you. And she'd just be sitting there like, and I'd be like, I bet you. So I was like antagonizing all the men. And she was literally like my show pony. I'd be like, come on. And then she'd be like, fine. And then she'd chug it like she chugged in like 4 seconds. It was truly spectacular. An artist, a living legend.
Oh,
Everyone
God.
would start cheering and then we would just like get a lot of free drinks from it. And she was like, Hannah, you have to stop using me for free drinks. And I was like, you have a talent.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, I'm your fucking agent.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I want us both to succeed.
You're thinking small. And I'm like, you could be like a big deal in this town.
Yeah. And this, I mean, in this college town, baby, you're the princess.
Literally. And this was UW, Wisconsin Badgers. Like, people could drink.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. It
Sheesh.
would be like 2 degrees, and everyone would just look at each other and be like, liquid layer. We used to say liquid layer.
Oh, no coat.
No coat.
No coat. Because
No
you're going to lose
coat.
your coat.
You're going to lose your
You
coat.
need that coat for class.
But also, like, we didn't have to be wearing no clothes, but we would.
yeah, well, that you slutted up in college.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or a lot of leggings.
True. Like, we could have easily done a legging. Oh, yeah, but during shows, the girls will be like, take a shot. You ever take a fireball shot that, like, it's so spicy, you can't speak for like 3 minutes after?
Yeah, you just have to go,
So I'm like taking it, and you're on stage just with a mic, just like,
that was so good. Thank you, girls. Thank you for sneaking that in your warm tit. That was so warm going down. Oh, fireball.
but I got out of it because
Tastes like Christmas.
I got out of it during COVID because I used to be like, oh, COVID.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm like, COVID.
And you're like, oh, Hannah sucks.
I've gotten drunk at the stand once.
Okay.
Because you know how you'll have like 5 spots and, you know, a couple espresso martinis, and you're like, I don't care about this next spot. I lose all my wit when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Maybe it'd be different if I was like good when I'm drunk. I'd be like, Grace,
Yeah.
I drink.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of drunk where like, yeah, I lose all my wit and I like forget what sentence I was saying. Like I'll get on stage and I'll start laughing before the joke. I'll be like, do you know that one time?
It's like you're telling a story in front of friends. Like,
Yeah,
dude, come on, you can finish it for me.
And then you know what? Wait,
You were there, right, Jim?
you had to be there, but like, wait, this shit is so funny. Wait. And I remember, and I was just like bombing, and I was like, oh no, I can't drink. So now I'm like firm. But I've seen people black out. You know, comics like talking to you black out, and then their name gets called, and you're like, oh no,
You good?
You're about to go up.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah. And they just murder,
It's wild.
but it's because like they're so fucking free, but they don't remember it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what they said. But in
Yeah.
that moment, I witnessed greatness.
It is fun to watch. It's really good stuff.
Because when they start rolling,
And that's the thing about the like places like the Stands.
Yeah.
That's a one night only, baby. Like you are getting a special kind of a show.
I mean, upstairs shows, woo!
I saw you were up there last night. What were you doing? I do those shows. You're not supposed to be doing those shows.
This thing, I'm building my new hour, and you got to go in and like practice some of these bits. I like the upstairs room because it's like no comics watch you.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
like there's a freedom of like I could really do anything and I don't feel judged.
Yeah, it's kind of like having like a bunch of kids in a like you're like the substitute teacher and you're like, all right, fuckers.
You have to listen. I go, do I look stupid in the shirt? Just tell me. She's like, what's the curriculum? Shut up, Johnny. Why do you think I got a divorce? No, it does. When you're alone with that mic, there's a high to it.
I know.
They're stuck with you
It is something beautiful.
for those 15 minutes.
But if that room is not full,
Ooh.
that
You know,
is-
I left. I didn't do the late show, and there were like 6 people downstairs, and I was like, "Have fun, guys. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
Gotta get my 10 hours.
You gotta get your 10 hours. You gotta get your beauty sweep.
Mhm.
You gotta get
my
your
beauty sweep."
fuck. No, I that's why I've been easing up on drinking because not only do I have a like a speech impediment when I'm sober, when I'm drunk, it's like fucking pack the fucking marbles in my mouth.
But sometimes I feel like you'll get off stage and be like, "That was good,"
Yeah.
and then you like see a video.
So that was my whole thing. Is like when I first started out, I had literally not even kidding like 7 before I'd go up.
Well, you were fucking nervous. You were putting yourself in theaters early on.
Yeah.
Whitney's crowd, cold opening.
Didn't drink for those ones though, because she doesn't drink.
Oh,
So that was like that kind of opened my eyes to be like, whoa,
I could do this sober.
I'm sober. What a revelation.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
stupid.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, that duh.
You know when people get so drunk and they like won't tell you the subject of what they're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll be like, and that's why when you do it, you gotta focus.
Oh, you
'Cause
mean
if it
Italians?
happens-
Talking about absolutely nothing, but you're like, yeah, no, I know. Yeah,
And
exactly.
then when you believe it, you know what to do. And I'll be like, what are we talking
Are we
about?
talking about magic?
How has your dressing been with show outfits? Because that's difficult.
Oh, this is what I would love. I think we're on the same fucking page on this.
We're more similar than different, me and you.
Yeah, me and you were like 2 peas in a goddamn pot here. Hey, listen, it's
Literally,
a
a
podcast.
pod, a
Hey,
podcast.
shoot me in the face. No, dude, I fuck with your outfits, and they're so you, and people give you shit. People always give you shit.
Yo, but look, I'm an artist.
You're an artist.
But what always happens to me is like the only stand-up videos that go viral is like the day that I, once I like had a nice dress on, but I like ate a chicken sandwich and was bloated, as you do. Okay, I had a whole rotisserie chicken, and I threw on a blazer because I didn't want my gut out.
yeah, that's
And
the hack.
every comment is like, why would she wear that blazer with that dress? And I'm like, this is about my words, okay?
Yeah.
Every guy looks like a school shooter that does comedy,
Mm-hmm.
but God forbid I wear a blazer that doesn't really match the dress and I'm crucified.
I'm sorry. I'm wearing sneakers on stage.
Yes.
I'm comfy.
I would love to eventually collect like a jersey in every city.
Nikki's been doing that.
She's been doing that. That's
Yeah,
what I
it's
want to
been
do.
really sick.
'Cause I was inspired by like Tate McRae. 'Cause
Yeah.
she'd wear the jersey.
Yeah.
And what you can do is you put it on your rider and say like, get me a local jersey.
Oh shit.
However, what I didn't realize about writers,
They take it off.
you're paying for it.
You are paying for it. You are paying
Until
for
like
it.
last week.
That is actually one of my questions I ask everybody on the show. What is your rider?
My rider's so deranged. Like I'm a literal grandpa.
So we've got is Candle on there?
No, but like, you know when you could tell a girl was involved in the green room versus a guy?
100%.
When men do my green room, first of all, there's no mirror anywhere. Then there'll be like 3 years worth of tampons. Like they think
Yeah.
they think I'm bleeding out and like tons of makeup remover. I'm like, what do you think I do in the green room?
Like, oh, she's got to take it off. She's got to take it off. She's got to start over. She's got to, well, she's got to, I don't know how many holes she has. She has
Tampons.
probably 3 for the stage, right?
It literally felt like that astronaut that gave her 100 tampons for like a week. I've definitely had that in the green room because they're like, we've never had a girl in here before. We don't know what you need. Then they'll be like, let us know if you need anything. And then I'll be like, Plan B and IUD. And they're like, okay, we'll be right back. I'm like, thank you.
Like, can we buy that? I thought only women could buy that.
But I have white Gatorade, turkey slices, like deli meat,
Yeah.
which I never eat. But it's like, in case you need protein.
I think I knew this about you.
It's pretty gross. I at one point said hard boiled eggs. That
Gross.
that
Yeah, that's
lasted 1 week.
fucked up.
That was disgusting.
That's just wrong for everybody.
wrong. I just asked for like protein bars. I like to see what they bring. Popcorn, which gets stuck in your teeth.
Kernel stuck in your throat.
True, you
That's
could
a
choke
blast
to death.
for an hour.
Yeah, fighting for your fucking life.
Like, I'm sorry.
You want to be entertained? Is she gonna die?
It's over, Redenbach. I'm
Did you
sorry.
see Lola Young gagging at Coachella?
Yeah,
I
the
feel
poor
like
thing.
That was us coded.
Yeah, for sure.
And she
I
was
respect that.
Yeah, she was like, guys, I'm nervous. It's too hot. I'm gonna puke. Just bear with me.
And that is like so perfect because just being honest is so much better than being like,
I'm okay.
I'm fine.
I'm having so much
no,
fun."
I'm hot. I'm fucking freaking out. This is Coachella.
That's my biggest advice to people who go on stage. I'm always like, just tell the audience the truth and they'll connect with you.
They respect you for it. It's funny if you're a mess.
Yes, when I was dealing with Giggly Squad and Paige had like a panic attack before stage. It was her personal life. She wasn't worried. It was her own stuff going on.
She's been going through some stuff.
She was going through some shit. And I basically like kicked her out onto the stage. I was like, the adrenaline hit. Don't worry, you're fine. And she was like, what do I say? And I'm like, tell him.
Yeah.
And we literally were like, hey, we just had a panic attack. Anyone else? The whole room went crazy.
Like, oh my God, I'm in stage 2.
I'm like, let's all have a panic attack right now. Right? 3, 2, 1, panic.
But they do when you guys come out. People fucking eat you guys up, and for good reason. But like, your girls go crazy.
Oh my, Radio City was crazy. Radio City was crazy. Paige and I, this is a funny story about it. We've never done Radio City, and Paige is so pumped up. And they were like, do you guys want to come out from under the stage?
Oh, yeah.
And get like raised up.
Like the
And
goddamn Rockettes.
Paige was like, abso-fucking-lutely. And I'm the logical one. So I go, how much is this going to cost us?
Oh,
And they
I didn't
were
even think of that.
$8,000.
You shitting my dick?
And I go, no. And Paige looks at me. She's like, it's a business expense. Put it on the business. I'm like, we are the business. I'm not paying $8,000 for it to like, for us to potentially look like bad Liberace, like coming out just like too slow. Like,
that's what it looks like.
like if it were to go, like I know it won't look as cool as she thinks in her head. Unless just the crowds, and then they're like, "Oh, do we keep having to clap?" This is kinda,
the whole time.
I just envision if it went wrong, I wouldn't go to sleep that night about that $8,000.
Yeah, so you didn't do it?
I didn't do it. Paige still is mad at me.
I can't believe they charge you for that. But like, of course,
They had to
everything's
hire like a whole new like production crew to like do the thing.
Christ have mercy.
Also reminds me of like, remember Kate? Do you know Katy Perry was like getting divorced, and they always
From Russell Brand.
yeah, and she was like crying, getting her makeup done, and they were like, "Do you want to go on stage?" And she's like, "Yes," and she's like sobbing. They put her in the little thing, and then she gets lifted up, and then she like smiles at the very end.
Oh.
So yeah, I was triggered by that moment.
Are you going on Blue Origin next?
Did they actually go up?
They went up for 11 minutes, Hannah.
Did they actually though?
Oh,
I'm
conspiracies?
on a weird TikTok.
Okay.
I'll ask Whitney.
I did see that.
I know she has a strong opinion on it.
I'm actually curious to see what she has to say about that. I think what she would say is what a lot of people are saying is Jeff Bezos hates her that much. Who's just really hoping for a big old Oprah sick a gal.
My thing is, I'm not like it's weird because I'm a stand-up comedian, but I don't chase adrenaline. I feel like I wake up with enough of my own self-induced adrenaline of just like surviving, living on this planet. I don't need to go on a spaceship and possibly die to feel something.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like I don't want a roller coaster. I don't want to go skiing. I don't need that shit. Like I'm just sitting on my couch, stressed as fuck.
Okay, so I hate this question, so I hate to ask you.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Do you have hobbies?
I've been talking about how no one gets a hobby unless you're in like a really dark place.
That's true.
Like no one starts making sourdough unless they were like considering suicide.
Well, that's gun to head. I'm gonna divorce you if you don't start making things from scratch for our children. That's a whole different fucking. That isn't that a speech someone gives at a fucking college? My
therapist once told me, they were like, I want you to try to do something just for you and not post about it. And I was like, that's called bad business.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's off. She's fired. Like, oh, you're talking about bad business? Yeah.
So you want me to be broke? You don't understand my strategy for living.
You know the nice thing I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna pay you. That would be good for me. That would be really nice this week.
Tennis wasn't my hobby. Like tennis was my everything.
Passion.
Tennis was my ego.
Yeah.
Everything was tennis. That was who I was. It was my identity. I would love. Okay, this is deep. Look at us getting deep. But like, I feel like my whole life has been about like trying to be successful and make people like approve of me. And now that I'm like getting that, I'm realizing like, oh, I have to go backwards and now realize how to live life and just like in the most simple form. Like how can I be happy with like just a day functioning without like chasing these highs? Because it was always tennis. Like I was winning matches or losing. I never was just like, oh, let's plant something today. Like, I want that shit.
Yeah, like some simple. We're going back to the simple life.
Yes.
Hannah. I'll call you in 3 months. Oh shit, that would be great. That would be good. You know, Joey and Pat at Barstool.
Yes, I love them.
They gave a swing at doing Simple Life. They like were trying a bunch of jobs in the city. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because Joey's so high maintenance. He's out of his mind. And the show was fucking fantastic. And so we can't rip them off, but it was on YouTube. Yeah,
YouTube.
They called it Working Girls.
That is so funny.
He was like, now how do you clean this pooch? It was guys crack me up.
No, they're so funny. I love them.
We should do something together.
I know.
And I love having these mandatory hangs.
Yes.
Because that's what a podcast is.
Yes.
It's just a mandatory hang.
It's just like, it's better than getting coffee together.
Yeah.
Because at least we got content from it.
Yeah, and the therapist would be pissed, but you know.
Therapist would be so mad at me.
We're killing two birds, one stone.
But my thing with messaging you about getting your driver's license, because like I need someone to hold me accountable. I need I need a teammate. I need something, because like me is not enough right now.
But I texted you. And I said I got all the information. I asked the guys. I asked if we could cut some corners, and they said no. And then I said, so there's a 5-hour class. Hannah goes, yeah, I'm good.
I'm too scared to look to see if my permit's expired and I have to do the class again.
I already lost it. I can't find it.
No, like the logistics, it's harder than anything to get a driver's license.
Here in New York City? I mean, come on.
I have some friends who like did it in other states that didn't even have to parallel park.
That's wild.
And then I was talking to Paige saying like, I know there's people out here, like there's 80-year-olds driving way worse than us.
We just take their ID.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Francis McCain. I'm 82 years old and I've never left New York. Francis and Esther taking the road. Summer 2025. Maybe the play is we go to the class and we dress up as grandmas, real Hollywood makeup. That could be stupid.
No, I like it. I feel like it's less embarrassing as a grandma to get your license. That's cute.
Yeah.
Us, we're in this like post-college era where it's like we should have done it.
Yeah.
And now we have people look at you weird.
I know.
I mean, I just say I'm from New York City. I don't know what your excuse is.
I had one once. I let it expire during COVID.
Yeah, that's what I did. Why did no one tell us? I didn't even get an email.
I'm like, dude.
They want you to fail.
Yeah, and once you're fucked in the system, and now I get it. I hate to even say this too, but speaking of the grandmas, Brie and I always had this idea that we were going to interview on, and I hate to bring it up, interview on red carpets dressed as grandmas.
That's really funny.
And I still kind of want to do that.
Just the thing, red carpet interviewing though, like, I would love actual grandmas to do it, but like it's hard, red carpet interview. Like you're standing for like 3 hours. You have to know
a lot of people. Do you have cards?
When we did Vanity Fair, we actually like they told us there might be cards, and then like 10 minutes before, I was like, "Do we have cards?"
Yeah,
and they're like, "No," and I was kind of like,
"Oh, that's okay. I studied.
I got it." And you don't know who you're interviewing.
Yeah,
and yeah, that shit was crazy because I'm also not that smart.
And so this brought up a really big thing for everybody about the beta blockers. This has been Hollywood's little secret. And how long have you been doing those?
So I started beta blockers pre-Netflix special because I was like doing great. And then something about knowing I had to record my first special brought on all these old demons of me being like, because tennis was very like result oriented. Like if you lost, you're a fucking loser. If you won, you're great. And comedy, I was like, I'm not being result oriented. I'm expressing myself through the art of comedy. I'm being nice to myself. I don't care how I do on stage. I'm just having fun. Yeah. And as a result, I got to be such a better comic because I was like enjoying it. And then Netflix came and I was like, if I mess this up, this is my only chance in my career to be. And I started freaking out.
It's like that's like the show's on.
The show's on. And like as a comic, it's a lot of live, great energy. So you hope that when they film it, it's going to capture that the right way. And I got in my head really bad like 2 weeks before where I just was like gave myself no permission to fuck up.
Yeah.
And then just started spiraling. So I go to the doctor and I was like, what do I do?
Which doctor do you go to? Regular?
I went to this one medical. I don't have good insurance.
Okay.
But I sat down. I said, I'm having performance anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do? I've heard about beta blockers. And she was like, I give it to judges, surgeons.
Oh.
It's like a performance thing where I've only taken it like maybe 4 times, but it's a specific event where you can't control your physical.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like you're like, I'm gonna shake
Like-
regardless how much meditation
Yeah.
and focus I have. So you take a beta blocker and it just it keeps your body calm.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't affect your minds at all. So I took it before my Netflix special and it was great.
Yeah.
It's not
And you
something.
just keep them around?
Yeah, I keep it around. Like it's not like if I panic attack, take a beta blocker. It's
Yeah.
more like
Preemptively.
you're doing Fallon.
That was a big one for me.
You do.
I've heard that
Like, you
in
know,
an
you're
infomercial.
about to do Fallon.
Yeah.
Do 5 minutes of comedy.
Yeah.
When you do late night, you can't help but feel the physical effects and you don't want to shake on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Take up one beta blocker.
Yeah.
I think it's helping the girlies perform a little. And I'm not a big drug. I can't take drugs.
Yeah.
Like I've had panic attack when I smoke weed.
Mm-hmm.
But
Me
beta
too.
blockers help me
Yeah.
in a way. Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. brought it up in one of his speeches he gave like 2 years ago.
Mm.
And he gave a shout out to beta blockers
That's amazing.
in his speech. I don't know.
I'm all about people. I'm about people chasing their dreams, but like Hollywood performers, they make it look so effortless.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was important to be like, I'm so fucking nervous about this and I'm
Yeah.
struggling. And I think it's about just doing things you're scared of.
Yeah,
and
for
then
sure.
that's how you get stronger and proud of yourself. And now I'm like more confident in myself as a performer.
You've done just about everything. What? I said fuck the cards because thank God this episode's fun
This episode
and
went
easygoing.
rogue. It went rogue.
Well, it's tough when I don't know anyone or I don't know someone, and I'm like, so you were born in May.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
and I'm doing this like old timey like and tell me again about your first joke.
And how does it make you feel?
But what would be something that would make you shake in your boots
Ooh.
that you would have to do?
Get a driver's license. The last time I took it, I sat down and this guy hated me so much. Like, you know, you could tell they're rooting against you.
Were you trying to do jokes?
I was like being smiling. I was like, hey. And he immediately he told me to turn and I didn't realize which turn it was. And he like rolled his eyes and I was just like, I don't like the vibes you're putting out, the energy you're bringing to this
you
function.
parked the car. I'm not fucking with your vibes,
Are
pal.
you mad at me? Are you mad at me already? Because I
Did
can't.
I already fail?
You start like fighting, like when you fight with your boyfriend. You're like, did I say something earlier? Like I don't know what's going on.
Like,
with
you know you have my whole life
You
in your
woke
hands.
up on the wrong side of the bed, but now you're projecting onto me, and I'm just trying to. Anyway,
What are you rating?
he literally was like, "Did you pass this before?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "Oof!" Like made a noise.
Oh, fuck
Like
off.
I just felt like I had such a bad experience, and then I just keep imagining it. I feel like I need hypnosis or something. What's something else? I want to get into acting.
Yeah.
But I'm not
be
that good at
fucking awesome.
memorizing things. That's my biggest nerve.
I've been doing self-tapes lately, and obviously I haven't gotten anything.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I do, you'll find me first to know.
I've been doing self tapes. I've gotten 0.
I can't remember any of them, and my poor sister's running them with me now, and I'm just like screaming, "Fuck, fuck this!"
When it's a long scene and you're like 3 minutes into it, and then you're like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna get this next thing."
and she's like,
And you can't cut.
"You can't cut.
God
it has to be
forbid.
all the way through.
God forbid you cut.
If we could cut, I'd be the best
I had
actress in the world."
I had a nepo baby. I asked them advice once, and they were like, "Make up your own lines," and I was like, "I don't think
I
that's,
don't think that's
I don't
how
think
it
that's gonna work
works.
for me."
Sorry, Chet.
I did.
Doesn't work like that.
I also, my husband will be doing self tapes too, and every now and then I'll like give him a note, and he looks at me, he's like, "You haven't gotten one thing. Why are you telling me what to do?" And then I am delusional. One thing about me, and I go, "Yeah, I haven't heard back from anything, but they clearly have to go through a ton of auditions." And he's like, "It's been a full year." I'm like, "They haven't decided yet. Until I see the deadline article, I'm in the running."
Dude, that is the best way to go about things, though.
I assume everything. They're gonna pick me, and if they don't, it was a mistake, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But my thing is just like, I'd rather try to do crazy shit than like be bored.
Yeah. I mean,
I'd rather be scared than bored.
I remember one of the second times
Does
I
it
had
smell
met
like brownies
you.
in here?
What's going on?
Someone's baking a
Oh,
cake.
they be cooking delicious, scrumptious little sweets every single day. It's the best smell.
This is incredible.
I think I have a game we could do.
Oh,
That could be
yeah.
fun, right?
Yeah. I love a game.
Do you want to talk about your book?
How to Giggle is out. It's a guide to taking life less seriously. If you enjoyed this conversation, probably enjoy the book. And it's a beautiful coffee table.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a magazine. I used to love opening any page and having like a fun game or like listicle or like funny blurb. So it's kind of like that. You could open any chapter and laugh about something.
Is this a real quote from Amy Poehler?
Actually, it is.
Amy Poehler said, "This book feels like Hannah and Paige's friendship, honest, hectic, and always hilarious."
Wait, read the last quote.
The last quote is by Chelsea Handler. She's a comedian, television host, and 6-time New York Times best-selling author. She said, "I think I met them once." That is fucking gold. That is too good.
I was like, we cannot take the blurb seriously.
That is so good.
Yeah,
is that
so
a
we
real
had-
quote from her as well?
Yeah, we had fun with the blurbs.
That is fun, dude.
For
I
sure.
mean, just read it because I'll look at the front.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Thank
I'm
you.
already locked in.
Thank you.
And then I look at the back, and that's all I'll read at a store. I don't do like the whole pick the middle, read 5 lines.
No.
I look front and back. I
No.
judge a book by its cover. And baby, I'm sold.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
Oh shit. Oh god. All right, here we go. So this game's called Disgraceful Receipts, where I show you things you have posted or put on the internet forever, and I want you to react to them. All right. Let me pull them out of my desk. I am Fallon.
Oh shit! Oh shit! She just put
We've
out
got
to go.
this picture.
Oh my god! Wait, that was my sports modeling days.
This is your sports modeling days.
It has 110 likes.
And 14 comments, and you got really creative with the caption there. It's just boom boom,
2 fist pumps.
knuckle.
Like I loved an emoji.
You know, I boxed once. We got Derek Jeter. Got to hang out with Derek today. Baseball emoji. Emoji.
Also, I wrote his name in script on the photo badly.
I thought that he signed that. I thought that was Derek
Nope,
Jeter's
that was
signature.
me. That was me. As a Boston girl, what emotions does that make you feel?
I'm pissed. Oh, Derek Jeter, more like Dirk Cheater. Okay, all right, moving right along.
Wait. Okay, this
Proud
is
of my Cavs for being in their first Adidas campaign. Didn't capitalize Adidas. Hope they don't turn into divas.
okay.
Those Cavs kind of have turned into divas since. This
Okay.
was 2017.
So this was I was trying to be a sports model, and I waited in line with like 400 girls for this Adidas tennis campaign. This girl was like, "I think you're gonna get it," and I was like, "No, there's no way." I get a call. You booked this Adidas campaign. I called my mom. I said, "Sell the house. Things are going to change around here." I literally was like, "We booked Adidas." And they were like, "You're going to be on the front cover. You're going to be in magazines. You're going to be in Times Square." And I was like, "Oh my God, like things are going to change.
Life is but a dream.
Life is worth the living." And I was like, I did one, boxing photo, and now I'm the face of Adidas.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I do a whole shoot all day. Comes out just my foot. Just my foot.
That's
everywhere.
fucking wild.
Like that was the home screen on their website for like a month or 2.
Good.
And
good cha-ching.
no.
No. They get to pay you less if your face isn't in it.
girl.
It's
It
like
could've been
paparazzi.
Any girl's legs. I was like,
But they were yours.
thank you. No one knew it, but I was like serving. I was sweating. I was like, oh my God, I thought I was gonna be so famous.
Well, in a different
And I
aspect.
did a different aspect.
Well,
Yeah.
Those Cavs wrote a book.
Wait, I love that you. I love that you found that.
Up next, we have from Facebook, Stay Classy, Madison.
That was my sports broadcasting era.
The eyebrows are thin.
My eyebrows are cousins, not
and
sisters.
gone.
Pre-Invisalign. 1 comment, 1 share.
But 53 likes.
50 likes on Facebook. That's viral.
That's fucking not too shabby. So you were a news
You know
guy?
what's funny? I wrote.
That's Pat McAfee.
I was a newscaster, and Barstool at one point reached out to be like smoke show of the week or something.
Oh, baby.
And I wrote back, and I was like, I do not want to be objectified by your sister.
You wrote that back? Well, how about thank you for the opportunity?
I said I'm a woman in journalism. I'm not posting bikini photos on your fucking jerk off site.
Fucking hell. All right, we've got a tweet. Instead of a flower girl, I want a French fry girl who scatters truffle parmesan down the aisle. And then the groom puts on an onion ring on my finger. And everyone throws chicken nuggets at us. And he ends the night eating my taco. Babes.
You know, I wrote that and I was like, she ate with that.
And she's starving.
Someone was like, eat a meal.
I'm like, dude, that is... So did you end up doing that?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was going to say.
No. I think there was a lot of food at the wedding though.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
This is the most millennial tweet I've ever read in my life. And I'm so glad I can speak freely about this.
That was the meanest thing anyone's ever said to me. That's... You know, I have this girl, Grace, who works for us. And whenever she wants to hurt my feelings, she just goes, "That was so millennial of
That's
you."
what Nora does to me, Sister Nora.
The M word is a slur, and you just dropped it.
I'm so sorry. I know how I feel when she does it to me, so it's like...
But I do have to say, I identify as Gen Z, and like the Gen Z girls have accepted me to an
Yeah,
extent.
you're the Gen Z queen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But every now and then I'm like, I think the Gen Zs are starting to like millennials because we invented iced coffee.
Yeah.
And I feel like we get them more than any other generation, and we're like, don't come for us.
Yeah.
Like,
We're
we're with you.
We're your confidant.
Yeah, we're corny a little bit.
Yeah.
We said boss bitch for a while.
One more time into the camera.
I'm a boss bitch.
That's right. We'll put music to that. It goes...
Look, when I take a photo, still, do I go like this? Yes.
Oh, I do that.
Okay. Well, no, this and this are different.
Whitney told me to stop doing this. Which is fair.
I just think if you take a photo like with a fan and you don't do a weird hand movement, it's weird.
You know what I've been doing? And somebody caught me on it.
Like if you try to
I
like
hover.
Oh,
as if I'm some creepy guy and I don't want to get any
you don't touch it,
allegations.
and
I
you don't-
won't touch.
that is
I hover,
so funny.
or I do a fist. Some
Yeah.
girl sent me. She was like, "Why were you so mad meeting me? Because I have a fist." I'm like, "Hey, buddy."
You ever just say sorry because the photo's so bad?
Oh my god, yeah.
Like I'll
every
get off a
time.
flight and someone's like, "Can I take your photo?" And I'm like, "Really?"
Dude, if you see
You
me
know
at
how
the
fucking
airport,
bloated I am right now?
I tell them, "Oh, sorry, I just woke up." No, I didn't. I've been awake for hours. I have been awake all the time, but in the airport, nobody knows where you're coming from, what you're
And then
doing.
when people don't recognize you because you look so ugly, they're like, "Are you?
Are you?
Are you this girl?"
Are you?
You know, you look like if Hannah got hit by a car. If Hannah was left in the microwave, like you look just like her.
You look so much like Hannah Berner. Wow, like spitting image. You know it. Yeah, and that comes to the conclusion of
Oh,
that
thank
game.
God. That was torture.
fun.
That was fucking torture.
I mean, it could have been worse.
You go, I didn't take the cancelable one.
I sent them to you and said, archive that.
You just say archive. You don't even say delete.
Well, yeah, it's still funny.
You know, I'm actually pretty clean because I was playing sports and NCAA. Like, I couldn't even post a photo giving the middle finger. I got in trouble once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that was like my thing.
Ah.
They were like, "You have to take that down," and that's when the rebel in me was born.
That's when a fucking star was born.
That's
it was
when.
like, I'm
that's
actually
when
gonna.
they woke up the beast.
Like I'm mad. Oh, you're gonna tell me I can't do a middle finger? Well, guess what? I'm gonna make a lot of money doing the worm on stage. How do you like them apples?
I feel like you should end every segment just saying, "How do you like them apples?" And no one laughs.
She's like wicked corny. Oh, here's another one. I just found this one.
Oh, jeez.
A funny part of the internet is when someone uses their pet account to troll me. That's classic. That's actually really funny. I had a doodle named Fluffy tell me to go kill myself, and a chihuahua named Peanut call me a slut. I'm not going to fight with a cute animal, but these pests are testing me.
Look at you laughing at this.
It's cracking me up. I think that's funny.
It's funny how like 6 years ago I thought that was like a really original thought.
It was like, that is.
I have definitely gotten hate messages from people's pet accounts because they don't want to use their real account.
Oh yeah, I love it.
And I'm
You
like,
know
am I
what?
fighting with the animal right now?
I can respect it when it's like a father of two young girls and they're in the profile picture, and I'm like, Papa, what are you doing?
I'm at the point now where I'm trying to just be out of the comments.
I'm getting there.
And that's actually like very important because a lot of people, the more popular you get, the more people talk about you. And I think the people with longevity are the people that don't make it. It's not none of my business.
Oh, you can't.
You can't.
You can't.
You can always be in the comments fighting with people, but like that's not where I thrive. Some people love that shit. Like,
yeah, some people really eat it up.
like not to be a sports podcast, you know, like John McEnroe.
Can't say I do.
Wait, he's okay. So he's this tennis player. Look at
Okay.
this. And the way he would play well was by getting mad. So he want to fight with the umpire. So like the only way for him to win was to get pissed off and throw a tantrum, and then he would win.
Oh, no
So like
shit.
some people, like I'm not like I'm above the drama. I'm not above any drama.
Yeah, no,
I love
I-
drama, but I can't. I can't handle it.
Yeah, no, I won't
Emotionally,
be.
physically, spiritually. Some people though, it gives them purpose. With me, I'm like I need to be on my own safe island, protected from angry chihuahuas. But I also argue some people, like when they're their most famous, they think they're their most hated, which they are, but they're also their most loved.
Yeah.
But they think they're their most hated and least successful when they're actually at their height.
on the top.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like it helps a lot of people to just be out of the comments. I always say if it affects your creativity, like if you stop telling a joke on stage or don't want to post something because you have like those voices, that means they win.
Yeah.
So
that's
for my
why I haven't
creativity-
posted any clips yet.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
It's so stupid.
Oh my God. But I mean, you're selling tickets great, and the people who love you.
I'm worried. Like I'm selling tickets, then I post clips, and they're like, nah, let's put these on
But yeah,
resale.
that's all in your head.
I know,
And
I
also,
know.
if it's a clip you're proud of and it makes you laugh, or it makes your sister laugh, or your friend laugh, like post that shit.
Yeah,
And
that's
you'll
true.
connect with more people.
I know. I just gotta do it.
People always, a lot of comics are like, I'm so happy I never posted clips when I was coming up. I posted all my clips coming up, and like, yeah, they've
And you blew
gotten
the fuck
better.
up.
But like, but I was posting, like, I posted my closer. Like,
Yeah.
and that's how people discovered me, and it was my best joke at the time, and
What
then
was
I got
it?
better. Do you know the Nick Cannon bit?
Yeah.
I like forget it, but it's like, it was very quick, but it was like Nick Cannon, he has 11 kids, and I wasn't judging him until I saw the name of one of the kids. It was Powerful Queen Cannon. That's what I call my vibrator.
Yeah.
And it was like
that's-
very
yeah.
quick, very easy. Nick Cannon saw
That
it.
was the closer in your
reposted it,
Netflix, right?
Closer in my Netflix.
Yeah.
Posted it online, and like it was popping.
You got a wilding out offer.
Actually,
Take
no.
that,
You know, I auditioned for Wild Now.
Did you?
I did a full rap about tennis or something, and I had a beat. I was like, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. This is made for me. But no, I didn't get a call back. We've never gotten a call back. But that's what's crazy.
I like
about-
the running bit of like, yeah, no. They'll call. they will
Like,
call.
Wild Now still has my name on their desk, so they're just waiting for the
Well,
right
they're
moment.
gonna be on forever. They'll never
But
die.
also, it is crazy that like we're doing our thing, but like Hollywood hasn't come knocking. But it's like,
It took everyone to realize that New York is cool. Everyone left LA, came here. That took like forever.
we've been here.
We've been here, bro. You've
been
really been
chilling.
here. I'm a fraudski. I'm just lying.
Well, you're East Coast.
I'm East Coast,
I
so that's why we
accept it.
fuck with each other.
I accept it.
Yeah, I think maybe one more game if that's cool. You got to get out of here.
I don't know what the time is actually. I'm kidnapped.
You are. This is mandatory. just let me have this.
I'm really passionate about this game.
In this late night game show, we pull from the fishbowl of cards right here, and it prompts us to tell a story. The twist here is you can tell a true story, a slightly fabricated story, or just make up a lie.
Okay,
And I have to decide, or you have to decide if it was any of those things.
got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the dumbest lie you've ever told in a job interview? Has anyone not lied in a job interview?
I don't.
Have you ever had a job interview?
Yes. Yeah. I told Barcel that I was fucking mint at editing. I didn't know how. I got Adobe
I did
Fadamas.
that too with Betches. I did that
Really?
too because they were like, "Can you edit?" Well, I knew a little bit, but I was like, "I'll figure it out. Don't
Yeah,
worry
you
about
just
me."
figure it out.
The dumbest lie I ever told in an interview was that I was excited for the job.
That is true.
That this is my dream job. This is what I've always been meant to do, wanted to do. I always was told to do the like when they ask your weakness, be like, I'm a workaholic, and I put I work too hard. I don't leave any free time, and I just care about the jobs.
Meanwhile, you don't even ping back.
I haven't even downloaded what's it called? Slack. I'm actually not ignoring anyone because I haven't gotten a notification.
Nobody told me about that thing you guys are all talking
It's like
on.
my driver's license. I didn't know how to click something.
That would happen to me all the time. Like I slacked you. I'm like, I don't know. All right here, real quick. Most disgraceful thing I've done at work. I slept there on a Saturday. because I got locked out of my apartment. And then the next morning, fights. The kid I work with, he was showing his parents the office for the first time. He's worked there for like 10 years, and it was a big day. His parents came to town, and that Sunday they walked in on me sleeping and snoring in my little skirt. They probably saw up my ass. And I heard them come in, but I had to pretend to keep sleeping because I was too embarrassed to face them.
And you heard them talking about you. They were like, "Oh, that's sad."
They're like, "Oh, that's classic Grace." I was like, "Oh, fuck, man."
Like, do you think she needs help?
Yeah, at the time, I definitely did. I definitely did. That is not something you should be doing.
That's like when your parents, when you fake sleep in front of your parents. Why was that like so fun to do? Be like, got them.
Got their asses. Or like you're in the back of the car and like, maybe they'll carry me in.
You just got punked.
They're like, oh, what are we, home? This is amazing. I'm in my bed.
Someone give me an Oscar.
Well, I would do that. Would you fake sleep at a sleepover if you were the first one up? Because I would do that.
Oh, yeah. You can't be the first one and be a fucking nerd walking around like talking to the adult in the morning like, hey, Janet, what's in the newspaper?
And then their parents are like walking over you in the living room.
Yeah.
And you just have to sleep it out.
Because you're a team. You got to stay united.
Yeah.
You can't go rogue walking around an unknown house.
This is before phones and scrolling.
Yeah.
So I'm just like with one eye open, waiting for somebody to fucking wake up.
You just had to fake sleep back then.
Yeah, like that's all you could do.
When you're bored, you just close your eyes and saw black.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Actually, such a peaceful time. Instead of bullying someone online, you had to just close your eyes.
Yeah, that's a great tip. Hey, you think I fell off? Why don't you shut your eyes? That's a new comment I keep getting from a lot of accounts.
Oh.
Like, oh yeah, she really fell off.
The hard thing is like people are seeing you through their perspective. Like some people, like I left Bravo, and people are like, "Oh yeah, Hannah didn't do anything after leaving Bravo." Like people really believe
They
that.
think that?
Yeah,
They have their fucking minds. They still can't stop talking about you.
Please stop talking about me. It's like I either want everyone talking about me, or I'm like, can you stop? Like, there's no in between.
The reunion is being filmed right now today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write in on one of those fake questions that Andy fakely asks, and I'm gonna write in something. I'm gonna write, why did you guys keep bringing Hannah's name up? Grace O'Malley, 26 years old, New York City.
Oh god.
So you think my story's real or what?
Yeah.
It is. That was a fun game. I feel like we shouldn't keep going. Stupid. All right. Hannah, my last question for you is, what is your walkout song?
Oh, okay. So it was Fucking Problems by A$AP Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
I love bad bitches. That's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like to fuck. I got a fucking problem.
You got a fucking
A
problem.
lot of F-bombs. Right now it's
F-bombs.
it's a rated R show. Right now I switched to What You Know by T.I. So it's like, what you know about that? What you know about that? I know all about that.
Oh shit.
Different vibe, different energy, and I'm liking it.
It's good?
Yeah.
When did you switch it up?
I switched it up because I feel like it needs to be different for this second hour.
Gotcha.
I got to be like, this is a new me now.
Yeah. What are some themes
Old
in the
Hannah's
second hour?
dead. I'm honestly like, I feel like some people are like, this is all about my rebirth. I just want to be funny.
Yeah.
So I've just thought of things that are funny.
That's a perfect answer, because a lot of people get way too in depth about it.
I'm not, this isn't a speech. Like I'm just whatever's funny. I do talk a little more about like my life with like not becoming a tennis player than like the other jobs I tried to be. So like I get a little more personal, and I talk about my husband more.
I would come to that show just to find out what's going on, because you guys...
Yeah, we don't talk a lot. I go in, I'm like, let's talk about my marriage. You got to pay to hear about my marriage.
You got to pay.
All the things that I don't like about him, you got to pay for that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Need to complain about my husband? It's going to be $35.
Front row, sit up, listen up.
And then I'll ask you what you do for a living.
I get some things off my chest. It's a reduction.
How long have you been together? Let me talk shit about my husband. That's my show.
That's great. I love that. And then you know how these pods go. Right here.
Oh yeah.
Whatever you want.
Oh yeah.
Shout
Shout
hold
out.
This bad boy.
Get How to Giggle, my new book. It's New York Times bestseller as of today, which is cool.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
What the fuck?
Thank you.
That was the most casually said way of saying that ever.
That's the first time I've said it.
Fuck yeah,
It's very
baby.
wordy.
You're getting it here
Thank
first.
you. Getting it here first. Dropping the news. Listen to Giggly Squad and come see me on tour. I'm going to some places this spring.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
thank
first
you.
one? Do you know?
Going to Connecticut this weekend.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, babe.
All right, guys, you got to check out this book. That's my Jimmy. Thank you so much, Hannah. You guys are amazing.
Can we see
Oh my
you go on
god.
Fallon one day?
I thought Paige was here for a
And
second.
he
I'm
does
crazy.
he does a compilation of all the times you made fun of him, and he just looks at you. The first interview, he doesn't laugh.
That's been Fallon. Thanks, guys. I can't do impressions. Thank you, Hannah.
I can't do impressions. You just do impressions the whole time. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on. This is huge for me.